to the Alpharetta-Milton Toastmasters Club 1247 New Member Orientation. Your journey starts here. The agenda will cover Toastmasters districts, the educational program called Pathways, Toastmasters calendar, mentoring program, club guidelines, Toastmasters meeting and rules, best meetings practices, and the website's logins. Toastmasters International, it is divided in several regions, 14 to be exact, and they are all distributed worldwide. In the US, we have regions 1 through 10. Club 1247 is in Region 8, which is located or comprised of several states within the southern east coast of US. We are part of District 44. This is important for you to know as you continue your journey within Toastmasters and you expand in either leadership roles or competitions, and that will enrich your journey. Let's move on and talk a little bit about the educational program. Toastmasters International revitalized the educational program, and now it has created something called Pathways, and that is the name for it. You can learn all sorts of wonderful information on the Toastmasters International website, and you're going to access everything that you need to do about your education progress and resources on Basecamp, which is the online platform. The first thing that you need to do to start your journey is to select a path. What is your path? Pretty much that is the concentration of your interest and your goals within the Toastmasters program. Currently, there are 11 paths, and all what it is that depending on which is the path that you select, you will have little bit different tasks, projects that are geared just to cover exactly what you're looking for. When you take a path, you will work through 5 different levels, and each level increases in complexity, so you build skills along the way. Let's talk about the Toastmasters calendar, which is in fact a 12-month calendar for officers in roles. It starts on July 1st and it goes through June 30th. Dues are on a 6-month schedule. We will pay from April 1st through September 30th, and then from the beginning of October through the end of March. A great way to test what you have learned with Toastmasters International is through participating in fun contests. We have a summer one, which is the humorous speech contest and evaluation contest, as well as the international speech and table topics contest. One thing to remember is the international speech contest is the only one that will go beyond the district level. Among the many resources available to you through Toastmasters is the mentoring program. This program pairs up volunteer mentors and mentees, where mentors will offer individual feedback and provide answers and moral support to their mentees. Honestly, everybody should consider having a mentor. It will really make your life a lot easier. The standard Toastmaster meeting has 3 sections, which are prepared speeches, table topics, also known as impromptu speech section, as well as evaluations. And they are all very important to everyone's development. To run a successful Toastmaster meeting, it requires everyone's help. And for that, we need you to sign up for a role. We will talk about that, how you will do that later on. Once you're logged in, we always recommend new members to take simple roles such as timer, accounter, and grammarian. Yes, those are initial roles. However, they are very, very important to everybody. Then once you feel more comfortable, you can move on to more complex roles such as Table Topics Master, Evaluator, and Toastmaster. We recommend you working with your mentor so they can guide you a little bit better on how to perform each role, because each role will provide you more information on how to complete something particular, and that will improve any skills that you may have. Based on years of experience, we have listed here some club guidelines that will ensure that you're always progressing in achieving your goals. So what are they? You should sign up for a meeting or speaking roles. If you are not delivering a speech for that night, consider taking a meeting role so you support others in their goals. If you, for whatever reason, cannot fulfill a role, please inform the Toastmaster immediately. We all understand that something could come up last minute, but in that way, if you are able to let them know what happened, they can adjust and find some alternatives. So these are the club recommendations. Complete at least one speech per month. In that way, you're always progressing and you keep at it. Provide 3 speeches before you're an evaluator. In that way, you can experience 3 evaluations from experienced members, and you know what is expected and how you should do this. And then as well, consider providing already 5 speeches before you are the Toastmaster. In that way, we will ensure that we will run a smooth meeting. Best meeting practices. This can be followed for our meetings as well as anywhere else. For example, the lectern should never be left unattended, and you always should shake hands or bow to take or return control of the meeting. The clapping. Who is to lead the clapping? Is the person in charge of the meeting. And if the clapping starts once the introduction is finished for the following speaker. How long should that clapping be? It is until the person that has been introduced arrives and has shaken hands with the introducer. You will never look at other meetings in the same way after you pay attention to these best meeting practices. At each Toastmaster meeting, you will receive a ballot and brief evaluations form. This is very, very important, not only to you, but to your colleagues. It is used to provide feedback to all speakers, including the people that have put together and taken a role. As well, you will be able to vote for your best speaker, the evaluator, and the best table topic speaker. Remember, Toastmasters build upon everyone's feedback, and take the time to say something to someone that have made an effort to take a role or provide a speech is very important. An evaluation not only is based or can be relied on or should be relied on from the evaluator alone. Let's talk about websites login information. When you join Toastmasters, you will receive 2 different login credentials for 2 different websites. They are not the same. The reason is because each website will provide you access to different resources and content. One is for Toastmasters International itself, and the other one is for the club. Let's just talk about each one. The first login information that you will receive will be from Toastmasters International. Their website can be accessed at www.toastmasters.org. Here you can access Basecamp. Remember, that is the online platform for your educational program, which is Pathways. Also, you can check your award records as well as update your contact information. And there is so much other information and resources that you can check out in this website. The second website login information that you will receive is for our club itself. The Alpharetta-Milton Toastmaster website is www.amtoastmasters.org. Once you log in, you will be able to sign up for meeting roles, review what are the available agendas, and even access other information such as member downloads, contact other members, look at the calendar, and so much more. As I mentioned before, we belong to District 44. And District 44 from Toastmasters has its own website, and this one is www.d44toastmasters.org. There is no login required, and there is always a lot of information there, such as events in the area, some tips, and even the officers that are in place for this calendar year. I recommend you to check it out. Your potential is limited only by how many excuses you have. We look forward to joining your journey. Toastmasters International, where leaders are made.